G'day guys, up next is a Loose Recluse production. Be warned, there is lots of swearing in this video because I couldn't help myself and got angry at Bill Gates. Thank you. G'day guys, welcome to another Loose Recluse production. Check this out. Bill Gates warns Australia to prepare for the next pandemic, which could be man-made and far more brutal than COVID. Can someone remind me just who Bill Gates is? Who is he again? Is he a scientist?
No.
Is he a doctor?
No.
Is he a medical specialist? Is he a lawyer? Who the fuck is this guy? Seriously, sorry to swear. I can't help myself. I wasn't going to make a video, but I saw this prick here and I'm like, who the hell is he? I mean, Bill Gates. Bill Gates warned Australia to prepare for pandemic. Tech billionaire. He's just a tech billionaire because he's got something to do with also another investment that he has lots to do with. Obviously, no wonder he's trying to suck up to the Australian Prime Minister. So he's trying to get it. So hey, everybody prepare for your next round of vaccines because it's coming. We tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen. Now, next time, are you all just going to stand up and just sit there and, bend over and take it? Or are you going to sort of stand up and say, no, Gov? Or are you going to remain fearful like you were with the first time? If you haven't learnt your lesson by now, there's nobody can help you. Sorry, you can't be helped. Check this load of garbage out. Tech billionaire Bill Gates has warned Australia to be ready for the next pandemic, which could be man-made and far more brutal. Mr. Gates told the Lowy Institute think tank in Sydney on Monday that political leaders needed to set aside their differences and work together to prepare for the next virus. Now, what he means by that is start preparing to change the laws to fuck everyone over, to make sure you bend over and get your next vaccine in order to keep your job again. Anyway, he called for greater global cooperation using the COVID-19 pandemic as an example of how countries could improve on their response if they work together. So they want a one world government. So he's all for the World Economic Forum. He was supposed to be at the World Economic Forum and he came here instead. Don't know why. When you think about it, who is this guy? Who is he? He's telling everybody he's an expert, but there was something else down the bottom here. Look at this. Bill Gates warns about climate change after flying on private jet. So he warns about climate change. So he's a climate expert. He's a pandemic expert. Is he? Come on, guys. Seriously, wake up to yourselves. Society, fucking wake up. It's just ridiculous. I'm trying not to swear. I shouldn't swear, but I can't help myself. Anyway, compare the economic cost of being prepared for the next one to the cost of this one. Over US 10 trillion economic loss, he said. With the pandemic, we were foolish not to have the tools, the practice and global capacity. Now, what he means by practice is the laws in place, ready to roll and fuck everybody up, which they fucked us all up anyway. So they're just going to fuck us all up again. And a global capacity to be on standby like we do with fire or earthquakes. Mr. Gates praised Australia. Now, he's talking about hypothetical situations. Now, does he know something that everyone else doesn't know? Arrest the guy now, put the guy in handcuffs and send him to the insane asylum. So he knows too much. He knows something that the media, this is just paid media. It's all paid media. You know, the media is paid to be silent and they're also paid when to speak. They're silent about all the heart attacks that are going on. They're silent about the fact that it's a lot of the people that are, I better not go on because of the platform we're on, but you guys know where I'm getting at. I'm getting all worked up here. I wasn't going to make many videos this week because I've been making too many lately and I need a bit of a break from it because I've just got sore eyes from doing too much social media, posting, commenting, editing, doing this, just looking at a screen too much, guys. So I am going to try and take a little bit of a break as much as I can't help myself. I say that. Anyway, Mr. Gates praised Australia's policies in helping to keep infection rates low before vaccines were rolled out. In other words, keep going, Australia. Do the same thing again when this next pandemic, because it could be man-made. How does he know that? He's got too much information, this guy. Lock him up with Fauci. Anyway, some of the things that stand out are that Australia and about 7 other countries did population scale diagnostics early on and had quarantine policies, he said. Well, how's Australia doing now, Bill Gates? How is Australia doing now with the excess mortality rates, eh? How are we going, mate? Tell us about that. Majority vaccinated, excess mortality rates. Tell me how it's going, mate. Go on, tell us. Anyway, they'll read on. That meant you kept the level of infection low in that first year when there was no vaccines. The Microsoft founder, turned philanthropist, said a stable international order based on mutual political will is needed in order to deal with the future pandemics. All right, so he was a Microsoft tech company founder turned philanthropist. But is he a scientist? Is he a doctor? Is he a lawyer? Is he a politician? He's none of the above, guys. He's none of it. But he's dictating to our leaders because he is a billionaire. He has so much wealth and owns more farms in the US than anybody. Anyway, there's information about that. I can't be bothered putting up the links. I'll just say that people that know that know that. Just look at how many farms Bill Gates owned if you don't already know that. I'm sure most of the people on my audience will already know that anyway. But anyway, just in case there's people out there that have slipped through, the sleepers that are still asleep. Anyway, the one thing that still hangs in the balance is will we have the global capacity and at the regional and country levels that would mean that when an infectious disease threat comes up, we act in such a way that it doesn't go global, Mr. Gates said. Oh, that's right. So what are you going to do? Just vaccinate everybody instantly? Is that what you're trying to get at, Bill Gates? Because you've got vested interest in your vaccine company. Anyway, wake up, people. Fucking wake up. I don't want to swear, but I'm fucking swearing because this guy shits me. He really does. Who is this guy? Ask yourselves, who is he? Anyway, we need to be doing every 5 years a comprehensive exercise at both country and regional levels of pandemic preparedness, and you need a global group that's scoring everybody. See that? For every 5 years they want to get this because it's all about one thing, and that is control. They need to control the society that they are, where they hold all the wealth. You know, why don't they try and feed everybody with all their wealth instead of trying to get everybody vaccinated? Oh, come on, do that, Bill. Yeah, sure, mate. Anyway, Mr. Gates has promised to donate half of his fortune to good causes and to try and bring equality to the health, energy and education industries. Yeah, so he says. I mean, just look at the prick. He's, just look at the guy. I don't want to go on about it on this platform. Anyway, let's read some of the photos and I'm going to get out of here. Tech billionaire Bill Gates has warned Australia to be ready for the next pandemic, saying that it will be man-made. He called for greater global cooperation using the COVID-19 pandemic as an example of how countries could improve on their response if they work together. Mr. Gates praised Australia's policies in helping to keep infection rates low before vaccines were rolled out. The Microsoft founder turned philanthropist said a stable international order based on mutual political will is needed in order to deal with future pandemics. Yeah, okay, Bill. No worries, mate. Because you're an expert on all of the above. Of course you are. Yeah. I just can't stand it. I'm sure most of you can't. Anyway, whatever. This has been another Hang Loose Recluse production. Bill Gates is a wanker, and you all know it. Thanks for watching this Hang Loose Recluse production. Thank you.